A group of nearly 400 scientists, including at least 30 Nobel laureates and famed physicist Stephen Hawking, have signed on to a letter that they released today that warns against American voters electing any president who would opt out of the Paris Climate Accords, which we of course covered earlier this year, and are believed to be, at best, the bare minimum we need to do as a world to stave off the worst effects of climate change coming up in the next few decades. So we're going to read some sections from this letter because they're the sorts of people who know a little bit about what they're talking about. Human-caused climate change is not a belief, a hoax, or a conspiracy. It is a physical reality. Fossil fuels powered the Industrial Revolution, but the burning of oil, coal, and gas also caused most of the historical increase in atmospheric levels of heat-trapping greenhouse gases. And most importantly, they transition into saying, we know that the climate system has tipping points. The political system also has tipping points. Thus, it is of great concern that the Republican nominee for president has advocated U.S. withdrawal from the Paris Accord. A Parexit, as they're calling it, would send a clear signal to the rest of the world. The United States does not care about the global problem of human-caused climate change. You are on your own. Such a decision would make it far more difficult to develop effective global strategies for mitigating and adapting to climate change. The consequences of opting out of the global community would be severe and long-lasting for our planet's climate and for the international credibility of the United States. And in case you don't know who they were referring to, Donald Trump has both dismissed man-made climate change as a hoax invented by the Chinese and says he will abandon the Paris Agreement if elected.
Okay, so first of all, let's be clear here. The guy's a maniac. Because if you really, oh God, I can't believe we're at a point where he has about a 50% chance of winning. Even the odds makers have it at around 43%.
I saw 45 today from Nate Silver.
Yeah, and this guy thinks insane conspiracy theories like climate change is not man-made as every scientist in the world says, including in this case 375 of our top scientists and 30 Nobel Prize winners. No, they're all wrong. Instead, it was a Chinese hoax. Like, that's like my crazy aunt would say something like that, and we'd be like, just humor her.
Yeah.
Of course, honey. Yes, it's a Chinese hoax. Of course it is.
You read it on Facebook.
I know. You saw it on a meme. Okay. So there's no dispute here. This is facts. Climate change is happening. Every reputable scientist in the world, we used to say 97%. I think the number is now higher. There are no Nobel Prize winners or reputable scientists on the other side of this. This is a non-question, non-issue. And the guy is going to pull us out of the Paris Treaty. Now, the second part of this is, okay, so we've got two major candidates here who have some percentage chance of winning. Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump. Gary Johnson, Jill Stein are in the race, and they're polling at between 2 and 10%. Jill Stein's between whatever. 2 to 4.
Gary
Okay.
Like 8 to 10.
8 to 10. Okay. God bless their hearts. You like them, their policies better? Great. I get it. But at this point, with about 47 days left in the race, they are enormously unlikely to win. You can shout that they should win, they should win, they should win, but they are very, 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 very unlikely to win. Okay.
Yeah. And we would support the sorts of things that might make them able to possibly win.
I want them in the debates. We're going to cover every one of their policies. YouTube.com/TYT Politics is going to put up every policy of Gary Johnson and Jill Stein so you can decide for yourself. Having said that, it's very likely that it's Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. And don't tell me that there's no difference between their policies. So yes, you're mad at Hillary Clinton on fracking. I hear you, brother. I'm mad at her for that.
She has the wrong policy on fracking.
She does, and we argued against her in the primaries. She believes that climate change is real, it's man-made. He doesn't. That is not a little difference. That is not a little difference. That is a giant, giant, possibly world-ending difference.
And when specifically here, she has come out strongly in favor of the Paris Climate Accord.
Yes, she believes in the Paris Climate Accord. Donald Trump brags about how he would immediately end every environmental protection that President Obama passed, issued as executive orders. Hillary Clinton has said she would continue every one of those. Now, she might not. She might pull back one or two, and then we'll be really mad about that. Trump would end them all because he doesn't think this is real. Yeah. So one person we have real significant issues with, and we're going to fight her on those every day that she's president and try to push her to agree with us on fracking and all those other things. The other guy is on another planet and does not believe that 2 + 2 = 4.
Yeah.
So your call, but don't tell me they didn't have differences. You think I'm protecting Hillary Clinton? I had a curious way of showing that through the primaries when night in, night out, I showed you all the things that are wrong with Hillary Clinton. I show you all the things that are wrong with Hillary Clinton today. But don't tell me there isn't a difference, because there is. If you say that, you are wrong. So go ahead, get mad, go fuming. Ooh, you're getting paid off, you're Hillary, you're this, okay? There's a goddamn difference, and it's a giant one. Yeah. And if you can't see that, you're purposely being blind. And you remind me of right-wingers. I don't want to see the truth. I don't care. No climate change. I don't see any climate change. I don't see any climate change. We didn't make it. I don't see any difference between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump on this issue. I don't see it. Well, if you don't see it, you're trying not to see it. And so that's on you. That's on you.
Yeah. Or you can get mad, but don't get mad. I mean, a lot of people are saying there's too much emotion. People are being driven to vote based on emotion. I don't want there to be emotion in these sorts of things. That's why we're laying out the policy consequences that have been promised by the candidates. Like, emotion is one thing, and it has its place. We get excited. You've been excited today. But there's also just policy, hard and fast policy, promises that have been made, and we can also vote based on that.
And by the way, now this is a matter of dispute. Some are in the camp that, hey, you know what? We'll just let the planet, let the country, let everything bottom out, and we'll be able to fight Trump more effectively. I don't think that's an insane, I don't happen to agree with that philosophy. I think you win by winning. You don't win by losing. That's a loser strategy, if you ask me. As you can tell, I'm not fond of that strategy. But it is legitimate. Like, I understand the points why they say that, hey, Hillary will neuter the opposition and Trump will galvanize opposition. Okay. How long do we have? So for 4 years, we're not going to do anything about climate change. 4 long years.
No, we are going to do something. We're going to get rid of all those environmental protections and opt out of the Paris Climate Accord.
And then when we opt out of Paris Climate, well, China is and India is. Of course they are.
Yeah.
Okay, so, we just stabbed the planet in the heart for 4 years. But hey, I'm trying to make a political point. Well, congratulations with your political point. Look, this isn't, the real revolution is not any of this stuff. The real revolution is getting money out of politics so we don't have to fight this insane battle, which is not a real battle. The only reason we're fighting it is because the oil companies have put billions of dollars into this because they make trillions back. So let's go fight those guys. But meanwhile, if you say, no, well, let's let the planet burn for 4 more years because, nah, he's not going to. I mean, look. On the other hand, we said he's not going to win this. We said, everybody said he's not going to win the Republican primary.
I didn't think George W. Bush could possibly win re-election.
Right. So you don't win by losing. You win by winning. So fight whoever you'd like to fight. But if Trump wins and you thought you were being cute, I don't think you were being cute at all. Together we can change the media, make it more representative of you and not the powerful. Come join us. Make a difference. tytnetwork.com/join.